Improved livelihood of our people remains a thrust of government as we are advancing the cause of new market approach to value-added production and productivity. The Ghana Marketing Corporation will continue to create an enabling environment for the promotion, development, utilization, and exportation of our non-traditional agricultural commodities. In 2017, the establishment and operationalization of a chips and flour processing facility at Perico will come into fruition. The rarity of cassava processing and limited value-added products that are produced on a commercial scale speaks of the high percentage of this staple crop that is consumed with very little transformation. Cassava is cultivated in most of the regions, especially in the hinterland regions. However, it is currently not exported. This often results in gluts on the domestic market, leading to depressed prices. The opportunity arises due to Guyana's current high import bill for wheat, currently $21 million. As such, the Ministry of Agriculture will undertake to establish and operationalize at least one processing facility to produce high-quality cassava flour. We will work in tandem with the bakeries to have the cassava flour incorporated with wheat flour. The initiative is expected to reduce post-harvest losses, create market opportunities for fresh produce, and create gainful employment. In terms of the promotion of agricultural business development through increased value-added production for the year 2016, through extensive collaboration in project development with the respective agro-processors, the Ghana Marketing Corporation introduced approximately 40 new products in the Guyana shop. In the area of fashion, beauty, and enhancement, there is currently a wide array of soaps, including ginger and aloe, lemongrass, coffee, turmeric, and honey fragrance. This facilitation in the area of product development will continue in 2017. With regards to the promotion of agro-processed commodities locally, in 2016, emphasis was placed on making value-added products available and accessible to all regions within the country. In this regard, 2016 saw 4 Guyana shop corners being established in regions 4, 6, and 10. This brings the total Guyana shop corners to date to 8. This initiative will be accelerated in 2017 through collaboration with private proprietors of retail shops, petrol station shops, and hotels in all of the administrative regions of the country. The corporation will also aggressively negotiate with officials of the ports of exit to have agro-processed products available. Similarly, in 2017, the trust will have a wide array of fresh agricultural fruits and vegetables in well-packaged, convenient sizes, readily available for use by consumers, will be undertaken through relationships with private proprietors. The corporation will facilitate this service through the availability of the packaging facility, linkages with buyers, and the use of its refrigerated truck. Non-traditional agricultural commodities are exported in both the fresh and processed forms via air and sea. Guyana's major regional export destinations include Trinidad, Suriname, Antigua, and Barbados, while the main extra-regional destinations include the USA, Canada, and the Dominican Republic. The main exported commodities are coconut, coconut water, pineapple, mangoes, edos, watermelon, pumpkin, pawpaw, heart of palm, and sauces. In 2017, emerging markets will be pursued with a view of further expanding these markets. In addition, the exporting markets that saw a decline will be assessed with the aim of retrieving these markets. Further, new markets will be sought for both fresh and agro-processed products. New models will be explored by the Ghana Marketing Corporation to enhance exports. This is where the corporation will undertake a more proactive role in actual exportation. The age-old issue of inconsistency in supplies by producers for the agro-processing industry, and more importantly, the export markets, continue to affect the supply and value chain for the agriculture industry. In this regard, in 2017, emphasis will be placed on capacity building for the strengthening of formalized contractual arrangements between buyers and sellers. This will significantly reduce the issue of one-off transactions between buyers and sellers. Furthermore, all parties transacting businesses with the GMC will be required to implement contractual agreements. To create a more enabling environment to truly encourage and expand the exportation of commodities, discussions will continue at various levels with air and sea freight cargo providers to address the issue of limited cargo space and choice. In 2017, the Corporation will continue to develop initiatives to foster further hinterland development through the execution of fact-finding visits to determine the specific needs of the stakeholders. In these areas, GMC will continue to work along with agro-processors in these areas to ensure that they have improved labeling and packaging. Turning to the National Drainage and Irrigation Authority. Given the critical nature of our water resources to agriculture and other sectors, great importance must be placed on the water planning, development, and management that is done by NDIA and the MMA-ADA, that's Mahicca-Miconia-Barry Agricultural Development Authority. Taking due cognizance of the effects of global warming on rainfall patterns and sea level rise, we recognize that our systems must be improved. The objective of executing capital works in the medium term would therefore be to improve drainage and irrigation throughout Guyana, which will contribute to the long-term aim of achieving a high-capacity DNI system that actively contributes to improved agricultural productivity and reduced incidences of flooding. A holistic approach is necessary for proper management on both the technical and managerial level. In 2017, we will commence the process of mapping facilities, structures, and drainage and irrigation channels in each region. These maps will show the locations of other pertinent data. It will indicate which works are executed by water users associations, community development councils, farmers groups, neighborhood democratic councils, etc., and would be a major asset in depicting the DNI systems throughout Guyana. To show the diversity and importance of the drainage and irrigation machinery, I'll give a regional breakdown of our plans. In Region 2, the major drainage problems in this region is the heavy accretion of the drainage outfall channels between Devonshire Castle and La Union, including Hampton Court, Lima, Anna Regina, Three Friends, Taymet Manor, and Kapui. We have currently employed a pontoon mounted by 2 long boom excavators to keep these channels clean. This system is inefficient, as an excavated outfall channel is blocked within a week if there is no heavy rainfall to flush the channel. The acquisition of a dredger will significantly improve the efficiency of the drainage systems in the areas mentioned above. In Region 3, we'll focus on the agriculturally underdeveloped area between Lakubu and Maripa. It is anticipated that the rehabilitation of drainage infrastructure in this area will serve as a catalyst for the return of farmers to the land. In Region 4, we will focus on Buxton. This area is drained by a pump station that was constructed in 1927. It has outlived its usefulness and will be replaced by a new pump station in 2017. Buxton is one of the lowest villages on the east coast of Demerara and will be efficiently drained after years of constant floods. Additionally, the construction of the new NDI headquarters building will commence in Region 4. In Region 5, the drainage and irrigation works in this region are mainly executed by the MMA-ADA. However, the NDIA will supplement the works in the Abari-Mahaiko area. MMA-ADA plans to commence the construction of a $300 million sluice at the Edward Village to replace the 50-year-old existing structure. This will enhance drainage of all residential areas and agricultural land between the Abari and Berbice rivers. Additionally, we will commence phase 2 of the Abari-Mahaicony Conservative with the construction of a 4-mile long main canal and 10-mile dam. The proposed dam will extend the current Abari-Berbice Conservancy to service agricultural lands between the Abari and Mahaicony rivers. A major problem in Region 6 has been the need to desilt the outfall channels, each about 1 mile long, at Adventure, Eversham, Joppa, and number 52 Village, twice per year. This exercise is costly and very time-sensitive in terms of the rainy seasons. NDIA's acquisition of a dredger would help to keep these channels clear. Furthermore, for the first time, NDIA will be undertaking works in Region 9. The north and south villages in the Rupununi have traditionally suffered from inadequate water supplies for their crops and livestock during the dry months of the year. This has severely affected their livelihoods. To this end, we will be improving or building rainwater harvesting facilities in these communities, commencing in the north. Works are planned for the villages of Wawetta, Ruperti, Anai, Aranaputa, Masara, and others. It is widely known that region number 10 imports more than 85% of its food. In 2017, the NDIA will seek to improve the irrigation in West Watuka to facilitate the cultivation of crops on a larger scale with a view to reducing this region's dependence on other regions for its food supplies. The National Drainage and Irrigation Authority is therefore expected to be more proactive in 2017 with the introduction of a dredger that will greatly improve outfall channels' capacity for carrying water, thereby significantly decreasing the possibility of flooding, especially along the coastline. There will also be the introduction of a remote telemetric system for NDIA equipment in regions 1 to 6 and 10. We now turn to our hydrometeorological service. Given the request for alternative sources of energy, specifically for hydropower development, we will continue the construction of new climatological and hydrological stations at Cato, Chai Chai, Sand Landing, and Amaila Falls. This will assist the Guyana Energy Agency to be equipped with data on the potential of these rivers for power production for the implementation of future projects. A new area of focus is water resources management. That is, the sustainable management of our ground and surface water resources. Our water resources must be utilized such that there is a balancing between the exploitation of water for development and local industries, while also allowing for the provision of the required quality and quantity of water for ecosystem activities. Therefore, it is much about managing water and water users as it is about managing our environment and being able to establish a balance between the two. In 2017, the Hydromet Service will commence the process of seeking to address both aspects with the completion and authorization of a water quality laboratory and accompanying regulations for the licensing of wells, well drillers, and surface water abstraction. These regulatory provisions will ensure adequate and effective use of water for irrigation, food production, etc. Furthermore, the Water Quality Lab will introduce and develop the understanding needed for effective management by establishing a monitoring framework that will provide baseline water quality data that will provide guidance for future development while putting a check on existing industries that might be having negative impacts on our water resources. Another area of focus for the Hydromet Service in 2017 was the implementation of the ISO Quality Management System at the National Weather Watch Center. The implementation of the QMS will ensure that the Government of Guyana remains in compliance with the standards required by the International Civil Aviation Organization. The implementation of a QMS will ensure that Echedi Jagan International Airport maintains its standard as an international port of entry for aviation. In terms of regional development, we plan to install automatic weather stations in Regions 1 in Santa Rosa, 4 on Carifesta Avenue, 8 Amelia Falls, and 9 at the Parara Agricultural Station to expand our network. Water level loggers will be installed in Region 3, the Essequibo River, 6 New Amsterdam and Quarantine River, and 8 Amelia Falls, and in the Pomeroon River in Region 2. A tidal gauge will be placed in Region 6 to monitor oceanographic data to support the budding oil and gas and other industries. Turning to the Guyana School of Agriculture, as you know, education is our best investment. To produce globally recognized agriculturalists and to promote and support agricultural development through education and training, the Guyana School of Agriculture will go forward in 2017, focusing on acquiring accreditation as a reputable agricultural education service deliverer. To this end, facilities will be upgraded to meet industry standards. Agro-processing has been cited as one of the means of enhancing livelihoods for unemployed and vulnerable youths in Guyana as a matter of policy. GSA will therefore aim to enhance its standard of delivery in value addition of meat, milk, fruits, and vegetables, and condiments through upgrading equipment used for capacity building. GSA also has a role in rebuilding the economy of hinterland regions. As new commercial opportunities arise, training in a variety of agricultural and other disciplines will be necessary. Training courses will be needed in hinterland quotations, and these will include small engineering assembly, farming techniques, particularly fundamentals of planting crops, coconut, cashew, bitter cassava, on open savanna as an environmentally friendly alternative to clearing lands in rainforests. Using manure and compost techniques for organic agriculture without chemicals. Computer training, brick making, welding, carpentry, and leather tanning. Vocational schools for young vaqueros to teach things like riding and roping skills, making saddles, bridles, and lariats. Natural horsemanship techniques for training wild horses, branding, and other management techniques. These skills will be translated into business opportunities for young hinterland farmers. Their vocational programs include veterinary technician training in the diagnosis of livestock diseases such as paralytic rabies, trypanosomiasis, equine encephalitis, equine infectious anemia, and foot and mouth disease. A quick examination of the structure of Guyana's economy and economics globally shows that we need to evolve from primary agriculture to more precision agriculture. We need to evolve to be a more educated and skilled agricultural workforce. Therefore, with these well-thought-out changes, we will make more employable youths. And we now move to the Pesticide and Toxic Chemical Control Board. Probably the best for last. The Pesticides and Toxic Chemicals Control Board continued to execute its mandate through the holistic and comprehensive management of pesticides and toxic chemicals in Guyana during 2016. This was realized through the monitoring of imports of chemicals with the registration and issuance of 1,137 licenses for pesticides and toxic chemicals to date. There are now 165 licensed pesticide vendors in Guyana who are also involved in the management of restricted use pesticides. large quantities of unregistered pesticides was confiscated from various businesses in regions 2, 3, 4, and 5, and a large quantity of agricultural pesticides in region 2. The board launched its pesticide awareness outreach program in region 1. This program targeted 17 villages in the general Mabaruma area. This program continues in a community-based approach countrywide. A total of 175 pesticide storage cabinets are being distributed, which focus on sound storage practices. Training is provided to educate pesticide users on proper storage practices. This program led to the establishment of a much-needed private-public partnership approach with industry. A pest control operator's basic proficiency certification program was completed, with 43 pesticide control operators and millers being trained and certified. The FAO-GEF regional project on the disposal of obsolete pesticides facilitated the safeguarding and disposal of 21 tons of obsolete pesticides from Guyana. This is a significant achievement for Guyana, and the area of chemicals management will continue to benefit significantly over the next 2 years from this project. The Pesticides and Toxic Chemicals Control Board will continue to build on the foundation of these ongoing initiatives while launching new ones in 2017 and beyond through capacity building, executing of regulatory objectives, and continued implementation and monitoring of regulatory requirements with respect to pesticides and toxic chemicals. Guyana, like many other countries, identified the goal of achieving by 2020 that chemicals are used and produced in ways that lead to the minimization of significant adverse effects on human health and the environment. Food safety is now on the international forefront and is a key national priority one in which the pesticide laboratory will play a significant role. We will do a better job to produce foods that are healthier. We will do a better job of educating our people about the benefits of safe food and awareness to reduce the reliance on chemicals in our food. Through the Pesticides and Toxic Chemical Control Board laboratory, we will enhance our ability to conduct pesticide residue analysis of locally produced agricultural crops from markets and farms to examine pesticide use patterns and residue levels in food. In 2017, the board aims to have a state-of-the-art facility meeting all national and international standards and will be pursuing accreditation. In pursuit of a green economy, the promotion for use of biopesticides addresses issues such as reduction of highly hazardous pesticides and lends to the green chemistry initiatives. The board will support, with support from international donors, will be addressing the registration requirements of biopesticides to allow for the introduction of these lesser toxic chemicals for the agricultural sector. Reduction in use of highly hazardous pesticides through promotion of alternatives will have a significant catalytic effect on reduction of risks to the environment and farmers and improve food quality due to a reduction in harmful pesticide residues. The board will expand on the initiative to promote proper storage of pesticides, and the board will, for the first time, utilize this education and examination process for pesticide vendors to ensure knowledge and correct information sharing to pesticide users and consumers. Major stakeholder groups targeted have highlighted the need for further training at the level of vendors and sales reps, who are also at the front line of interaction with farmers, providing information and advice on pesticides. The board's youth initiatives will continue with its program in secondary schools. In 2017, awareness activities will also seek to address the issues of children and pesticides and remove unwanted access to these chemicals. to children. Other major projects that the ministry will undertake in 2017 and onwards include the US $12.4 million Rural Agricultural Infrastructural Development Project. In 2017, works will commence to establish a fruits and vegetables and dairy farm at President's College in Region 4 to promote and develop a climate-resilient agriculture program in schools, clear approximately 2,500 acres of land for cultivation in Buxton, Ithaca, Triumph, and Mooka, complementing this with planting material, improved breeds of livestock, and extension support for farmers. There is also the $11.89 US million flood risk management project. The estimated cost of this project is $2.5 billion Ghana dollars in 2017. The benefits of this project includes reduced flooding and improved drainage and irrigation for over 300,000 residents on the east coast of Demerara. In 2017, the majority of works will be carried out, including the construction of 3 pump stations at Lusignan, Buxton Villages, and Hope and More. The reconstruction of the northeastern dam of the East Demerara Water Conservancy, specialized training for staff in hydraulic and hydrology modeling, and an emergency preparedness plan for the East Demerara Water Conservancy. There is also the $3 million US Cunha Canal Rehabilitation Project. The main focus is to improve drainage and irrigation areas that drain to the Bandarima Creek and South Johanna Canal, and increase the capacity of channels draining the East Demerara Water Conservancy. In 2017, $390 million will be expended to build a bridge across the Land of Canaan public road, resuscitate the Cunha Canal, and rehabilitation of the head regulator of the East Demerara Water Conservancy. There is also the $15 million Sustainable Agricultural Development Program, which will go from 2017 to 2022.